want this quick demo in your native language, please click on the interpretation button at the top of the page and select your preferred language. Here we go. During the event, you can listen to the original language of the speaker or to the interpreting channel by selecting your preferred language. Moving to the top right-hand side of the panel, you can also check the speed of your connection. If you're experiencing technical issues, please refresh your page by clicking on the refresh button. If the issue persists, please use the chat function on the bottom of the page and write to our technical support team. We will be more than happy to assist you during the conference in order to make sure you are having a great experience with us. This is an interactive conference. We truly value your input, so please do not be shy and write your questions in the relevant chat room. We will make sure our speakers give you an answer during the event. Thanks for your time. Enjoy your event, and we look forward to working for you again.
Okay, hello everybody. I better say good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me well. I also hope all of you can see me quite well. So I'm not pretty sure of my connection. My name is Alexandru Koica, and I'm the Eastern Partnership Coordinator within the European Association for Local Democracy. I think most of you know our organization for the abbreviation ALDA. We are one of those several organizations that are implementing the Journey project, with which you are probably all familiar with. Before I'll start making a much deeper presentation, I'll start coming with more details. I would like to make some technical announcements, so I think the presentation video was quite explanatory. First of all, I assume all of you saw the agenda, so we'll try to follow this agenda as closer as possible. To make this possible, I'll kindly ask you to respect the moderator's requirements. Meaning, if the moderator asks you for 30 seconds to formulate your question, please try to be brief and formulate it in 30 questions. If the moderators offered 1 or 2 minutes for interventions, again, try to respect this time. Secondly, it's mainly related to the speakers. Please try to speak as slow as possible. I mean, not really slow, but on a normal pace, to show some respect toward the work of our translators. Our conference is going in 4 languages, so I think it's a lot of work behind it, and we should respect the effort that our translators are showing. Even me, myself, sometimes I tend to be a very fast speaker, so I hope it will be a good exercise for me as well. And thirdly, as it said probably on the welcome page, and as you probably noted, we have several languages you can use. You can choose the language that you'd like to hear in. But if you'll try to intervene, if you'll try to speak, my kind request would be for you to make your best to speak in English. Again, this will make our interaction much faster and much more efficient. When we'll have the session for questions and answers, you can either type your question in the chat, or if the technical team will open your microphone, you would be able also to speak and to formulate your question. This being said, I don't think I'll go much into deep of our project. I think you'll find it out from my colleagues who are very much engaged in implementation. But for now, I would like to invite our first speaker with a welcome remark. It's my pleasure to offer the floor to Christelle Phillips, the project officer from the European Commission, who was very closely following the implementation of our project, and whom we want to hear what is her impression about the progress, because we know it wasn't the easiest period to implement a project. The global pandemic, all the other challenges going in the region, I think it's all affected our project. So, Christelle, you have the floor. And,
yes, hello everybody.
As Beverly said, I hope you'll keep the time limit of your speech, please.
I didn't prepare anything, but I'm very happy to be here with you. I don't see the other participant, and I don't know how many we are. Maybe we can check this together later. I'm very happy. We will, as you know, with the COVID, it's very difficult to follow all the project, because we had a period of suspension. Also, the project where the eligibility period was extended in case for this project from 24 months to 33, if I'm not wrong. And more and more we will monitor the projects like that through event, through conference, and because it's very difficult to be present during the activities of the project, and also because of the budget received from the commission allocated to mission. Then thank you for inviting me to this conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christelle. You've been indeed very brief, unexpectedly brief. Thank you for being so efficient. I just had a message from my colleagues from the technical support team. Currently, we have over 30 people online, so it's both people who've been in the partner organization engaged in implementation, but also a series of our beneficiaries. And of course, we're expecting more people to join us. Before I will pass the floor to the next speaker, I just want to thank again in the name of the implementation consortium to the Education and Cultural Agency, represented by Christelle, for all the support, for all the understanding, all the flexibility you showed us during the journey project, because it's not a secret. We need to rethink the project several times, to change the approach, to switch more to online activities. We need to extend the period, and each time we benefited on a flexible attitude and on a very supportive approach from the Education and Culture Executive Agency of the European Commission. So thank you very much for that. Going forward, I would like to offer now the floor to our next speaker. And now it's the period when I feel myself as a moderator, as a host of a Eurovision Song Contest. I'm now in a working mission in Bishkek, in Kyrgyzstan. We just had Crystal from Brussels, I assume. And now we'll have Petro from National Erasmus office in Ukraine, whom I suppose is based in Kiev. Petro, if you hear us, you have the floor on the same request. We'll kindly ask you to keep it under 5 minutes, your intervention. Petro,
sorry, but Petro is not connected.
Oh, Petro is not with us. Then we'll, while waiting for the Petro, let's skip to the next speaker, who's my pleasure to pass the floor to Ola. Anyway, Ola is also in Ukraine, not in Kiev, but in Vinnytsia. Ola has been the head of the implementation.
Ola is not connected.
Neither Ola is connected. I hope the connection link is working well then, if we have so many people not connected. Is Matteo with us, at least?
It's the same things for Matteo. It's not connected.
Okay, then probably I'll ask for maybe one pause, 1 minute for pause, to see if there is a technical issue maybe with internet of our partners before skipping to the next, because I'm afraid if we'll skip to the next speaker, we can have the same story because everybody will join. Okay, I have a message that we have Petro here. A remark for the technical team. For some reason, maybe Petro cannot speak.
I don't know.
Please check again.
Petro is in my speaker list.
Petro just wrote in the chat. Can you please check it? Petro Krajnik? Anybody from the technical support is hearing me, I can say for sure that Petro is writing in the chat, so probably he's with us. Can you please offer him moderation role so he can connect and speak? remark from my side. It might be the reason for the speakers. Maybe use the general link to connect that was sent to participants, not to the speakers. So my remark would be you should use the personal link that you received as a speaker. You should connect via that link. Is there anyone from technical support team? Okay, I'll make one more attempt. Is there anyone from the technical support team with us online now?
Yeah, sorry, but now we have Petro.
I'm very happy to finally see this. Okay, Petro.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Before I'll pass you the floor, so I'll remind just what I was saying. I'm glad that everybody's online. Finally, we can solve this technical issue. And this probably is showing us the importance of making technical check before the call. I hope next time when we'll have one day before the conference, the technical check, everybody can attend and we'd be able to avoid this kind of misunderstanding.
To put it, yeah.
This being said, we also, as I see, we also have Oля, even greater. This being said, so I'll offer now the floor to Petro, then we'll stay in Ukraine, and from Kiev we'll probably go to Vinica. Petro, please.
Good morning, dear participants of the final conference within the Journey Project. Dear friends, on behalf of the team of the National Erasmus Plus office in Ukraine, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to join this important event. This event brought together representatives of various countries and organizations. Due to your project team activities and mutual cooperation among the partners, European Union became closer to Vinica region society in the field of youth. You promoted to active participation among young people, social entrepreneurship, and involvement of local and regional authorities in your projects. The EU program Erasmus Plus in new period gives much more opportunities for educational, professional, and personal development of people in education, training, youth, and sport. The feature of the program are permanent development, innovation, evolution, and synergy, more of the international dimension of EU cooperation with other countries, including the cooperation with Ukraine, more physical, virtual, and blended mobility for youth and youth workers, inclusion and diversity, digital dimension, common values, civic engagement, and participation. In the field of youth, the program supports exploring European diversity youth exchanges, exchanges of experience, and youth workers' mobility. There are some European strategic documents which regulate activities in the field. European Youth Strategy, Building a Strong Europe, the role of youth education and culture policies, Youth Participation Strategy, European Training Strategy, and other. In the Ukraine level, we take into account the EU-Ukraine Association Agreement, National Youth Strategy, state target social programs like Youth of Ukraine, and also sectoral strategies. For new project proposals, we should focus on the thematic areas as political participation, dialogue with decision makers, inclusion of young people with fewer opportunities, democracies, peace, digital and entrepreneurial skills, and others. New calls for proposals are coming soon. And that's why the National Erasmus Plus office in Ukraine encourages you for active cooperation with the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Ukraine with the local authorities on project ideas and to support the implementation of youth reforms in our country. I believe that the Journey project will become a good platform for initiation of new projects in the region and implementation of new ideas in the youth policy development and the continuation of international cooperation among the partners of this project and on other initiation of other international cooperation. Therefore, let me once again congratulate all participants, and I wish all of you practical and useful work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Petro. And from the capital, we are moving more towards west, towards Vinica, where is our colleague staying. Ola is, let's say, the leader of the implementation consortium. She was the one being always involved in all the activities.
Hello, can you hear me? It's probably the problem with Alexandru connection. Okay, so while we are waiting for Alexandru, let me thank you all. Thank you, Petro, for joining us. So we work with you very closely during all the project implementation, and thank you for all your support at the very beginning. When we got the grant, it was very stressful situation with this bank and all the other issues. So yeah, really thank you for your support. I think that all other partners from Georgia, from Azerbaijan, they also could feel the support of their national offices of Erasmus Plus in their countries. So I'm trying to push my presentation on the screen. One second. Let me know if you see it. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, you can proceed.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, I wanted to say that this project was the first project for me as a coordinator because it was quite challenging, and it's the great opportunity and experience for my entire life. And I am very thankful for all the partners of this project that we can make it. And I'm happy that we really close to the end of this project. And also I wanted to thank our project officer, Crystal Phillips, because she gave us a lot of support, really. It was really important, and we are very thankful. So about the project and the main activities, the main achievements I would like to mention and to stop to highlight in my presentation. So I want to focus I would like to say more about the project in general, and then I will focus on main milestones of our project. So January, why Journey? So the full name of the project, because Journey is abbreviation, the full name is Joint Organization to Unite Rural Networks of Entrepreneurial Youth. So abbreviation is Journey. In this project, propose an innovative approach in the field of youth in entrepreneurial potential development. And we focused on rural youth because this type of youth, they have further possibilities for different resources for international experience. And when we started this project, it was the end of 2018. It was almost 3 years ago. At that time, there were so less opportunities than we have now. And I'm very happy that this project can give this added value for capacity building for youth. And this project is implemented by 8 organizations from 6 countries. From France, Aldam, from Poland, Publica Fides, from Italy, Formazione, from Ukraine. There are 2 organizations, Vinica Regional Development Agency and Vinica Regional Association of Local Self-Government Bodies, which I represent and which is coordinated organization in this project. Also, we have partners from Azerbaijan. It's called European Union Capital 2016 Public Union, and from Georgia, 2 partner organizations, Kotelisi City Hall, local authority, and LDA Georgia, NGO. And this project, as Crystal said at the very beginning, because of the COVID situation, we had to change the deadline of the project a few times, and it's for now it's 33 months international project, and it will finish in 1 week on September 14th. About the main activities, there were like main points which were like a support of gaining the main aim of the project. And at the very beginning, we focused on the preparation of mentors team in Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Ukraine. With the help of our experts from EU, we prepared 21 mentors, 7 per each of the target countries, and they are actively involved from the very beginning until now, and will continue to be actively involved even after the project will finish. Then these mentors, they provide support to youth, and they provide mainly online support, advices, and they provide also workshops for youth. The second activity, it was launching the platform and the course. This platform we developed as well at the very beginning. What is important with this platform? It's because it's 4-language platform, and we focused also on those youth that can't speak English, because it's really a problem in Eastern Partnership countries. And those youth can use the materials from the platform, from the course our EU partners developed, EU experts developed, and to use Ukrainian, Georgian, or Azerbaijani language, or English, which was important that also the course have passed participants from Italy and from other EU countries. So it's not only for Eastern Partnership, but for all those who can speak all these 4 languages. Also, we provided a number of capacity building activities, and of course, it should be offline, like face-to-face, but mainly they were have been organized online because of COVID situation, and it was challenging because we were afraid that how we can involve more youth to the online activities because everything was online and still it is online. But we made it, and we organized 9 days of capacity building activities online with our EU partners. Then we had 6 days of face-to-face activities in all of the 3 target countries, I mean, Ukraine, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. And we had organized 3 bus tours. So youth could visit the business representatives from their regions to see how business really works. And also we focused on social enterprises as well. Also within this project, we created clubs of youth entrepreneurs. Why it's important? Because these clubs, they are like spaces or communities of youth, and they can cooperate. These clubs have been set up not only in the regional centers, but in the local communities, in smaller towns, smaller villages. And for now, we have 10 clubs created, 6 in Ukraine, 2 in Azerbaijan, and 2 in Georgia. And within these clubs, we organized activities, as I mentioned in the previous slides, bus tours and workshops. For now, for today, the number of the members of these clubs, approximately 350 youngsters in these 3 countries. Also, we set up stakeholders committee in each country. So there are 3 stakeholders committees. As Petro Krajnik mentioned before in his presentation, that we in this project also focused on the cooperation with youth and local authorities, and related to the entrepreneurship NGOs and also state administration and business organizations. So we involved in these stakeholders committees, these representatives. So thanks to these stakeholders committees, there were developed recommendations for youth entrepreneurship development, and these recommendations were shared among local authorities. So we also focused we cooperated with local authorities to support these rural youth in their way to become self-employed. And youth exchange, these same, I guess, the main activities our youth they are waited for. It should be face-to-face. There should be like a week exchange to Italy and a week exchange to Poland. But unfortunately, we had to change everything and organize it online. I guess it was the first time in such projects to have this youth exchange online. Our partners from Italy and from Poland, they shooted videos. For example, Polish partners, they shooted videos. It was like virtual tours to the businesses, and youth can virtually visit these enterprises, and during the youth exchange to ask questions and to give answers and to like some insights. And also it's the same about the Italy. They have also cooperated and communicated with business representatives, owners. They are mainly were youth as well. And also there were involved youth from Italy and from Poland. So during this youth exchange, we provide the opportunity to cooperate youth from different countries involved. So from Italy, from Poland, from Georgia, from Azerbaijan, and from Ukraine. And I hope that even after this project will finish, they will continue to communicate on Facebook, or will have possibility to see each other in real life. So what is the main impact from my point of view?
Ola, sorry to interrupt you, Ola. You still have 1 minute left. You have 1 minute left.
Yeah,
so I'm almost be shorter.
It's always done.
And
so yeah.
Another kind remark: the translators are asking us, asking you to speak slowly, please. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Be slow, okay?
Okay, thank you. So the main impact, from my point of view as a coordinator, that we could connect youth and youth workers, mentors in our case, from 3 countries and EU countries during youth exchange, because they were cooperated together. Also, we empowered rural youth and show them the way how to become more independent on their way to create own business. And we created spaces, these clubs of youth entrepreneurs that are actively work now and will continue to work after the project will finish. In these countries I mentioned, in Ukraine, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. And the main review from our youth, because we got a lot of video reviews, you'll see it at the end of the conference, the short video, with reviews that youth mainly got opportunities to meet new friends, to get useful insights, information, and to be empowered by these activities and information got. So it's the best thing that you can feel that the target audience is thankful for what you do. And I'm really thankful for this. Thank you for your attention. I'm done, Alexandru.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ola. Now, before moving to the next speaker, I would like to thank both of our speakers for this. Actually, three of our speakers for this welcoming remark and for this very nice opening session. I would say. I hope you can stay with us till the end. At least Ola for sure stays. You still have to moderate one session. Petro, it will be our pleasure to see you beside us. Now we're going to our next speaker, and we continue our journey throughout Europe. So our next speaker is coming from Italy, from a company called Microfinanza. I hope my Italian pronunciation is right. So Matteo from Microfinanza. I'll not go into much details what will be the Matteo's intervention. But before offering the floor to Matteo, I want to kindly remind you, no, it's not the case of Italians, but please make your best to speak slower, if it's possible, so our translators can keep the pace with you.
I will do my best. I will do my best.
And then I would also want to draw attention to our participants. We hope that Matteo will keep his presentation in less than 15 minutes, and then we can have 1-2 minutes for questions and answers. So while Matteo is speaking, in case you have a question, you can type it in the chat, and then the moderator will take care to read this presentation during the question and answers. Or alternatively, you have the option to raise the hand, and maybe at the end, if we have enough time, we can offer to 1 or 2 of you the floor to put your question. This being said, Matteo, please.
Thanks a lot, Alexandru. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I will try to speak a little slower, but at the same time to be as fast as possible to present everything. No. Again, I'm really glad to be here, and it's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Matteo, and I'm working for Microfinanza, which is a consultancy company based in Italy. We are based in the north of Italy, but we have also a couple of other offices, one in Sicily and one in Milan. In general, we have been working for more than 20 years all around the world, because we are working in the field of microfinance. So we provide qualifying services and technical support to microfinance institutions all around the world. But in these last 10 years, we have been focusing a little bit more on Europe, in the target sectors of the access to finance, the financial inclusion, and the impact measurement and social finance. The reason we are here today is that we are working on several projects, and we are developing some programs in the field of youth entrepreneurship. And the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program is exactly the target and the sector that we are talking about today. We are one of the intermediate organizations that operate in Italy. We are actually a lead intermediate organization in the country, and we are working with the aim to support young professionals, young entrepreneurs, to create connections and relationship with other entrepreneurs all around Europe. So basically, the project, the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs project, is an European project. It's funded by the European Union, and it aims to help and support new or aspiring entrepreneurs to acquire relevant skills, both technical or soft skill, in order to manage a small or medium enterprise in Europe. And it involves really the entire Europe, plus some other countries like UK, Montenegro, Iceland, North Macedonia, and so on, Turkey, Bosnia. But the program is actually going global. So it involves also the USA, Singapore, Taiwan, Canada, South Korea, and Israel. So it involves a total of 45 countries. It is an initiative of the COSME program, and it aims to encourage entrepreneurship through mobility and cross-border exchange schemes. So basically, the idea is to give the new entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs the possibility to go abroad and to learn from a mentor, from a host entrepreneur, from a more experienced entrepreneur, with the idea to promote the development of the entrepreneurial culture in the EU and to enhance the ability to build know-how, skills, and attitudes among youth. So how the program works, it's a very, very easy program. And now at the end of the presentation, I'm gonna share with you some links so you can find everything you need. But basically, it's a very, very easy program. It involves new or aspiring entrepreneurs, and it involves at the same time host entrepreneurs and who are more experienced entrepreneurs, let's say, who operate in all the participating countries. And to give this chance to create and to organize an exchange of experience during a stay with the counterpart from 1 to 6 months. So the idea is to change and to transfer skills, know-how, insights, know a new market, expand one's market, and so on. During this period, I come back a little bit. During this period, the new or aspiring entrepreneur who goes abroad has the chance to have a financial support by the European Commission, but we will see that a little later. So the criteria to participate are very, very easy. Basically, the idea is to consider if a new or aspiring entrepreneur is firmly planning to set up his or her own business, or has just started his own business within the last 3 years. So criteria and rules are pretty simple. He or she must be permanent residents in one of the participating countries. So he or she has to be living in a participating countries for more than 6 months in the last year. He has to provide a concrete business or project idea, so a business plan. He has to be motivated and committed, and he has to be ready to complement the program funds if the financial support provided by the European Commission is not enough. At the same time, as I've already mentioned, also experienced entrepreneurs who runs or who are involved in the entrepreneurship at board level can participate. But I think that it's the main attention for you today is on the new or aspiring entrepreneur side for youth. When we talk about young entrepreneurs, we are not talking about young in terms of age. So there is no age limit. The only limit is to be more than over 18 years old. But a young entrepreneur can be a person of 90 years old who wants to set up a business. There is no limitation in terms of sectors, of economic sectors. So any sector can be okay. There are a lot of registration from all the sectors, from agriculture to wine production to marketing, consultancy, and so on. It is not an internship or a work placement. It's a true entrepreneurial exchange. Of course, the new or aspiring entrepreneur will not have a real experience in the entrepreneurship side, but at the same time, the idea is to really have a peer-to-peer learning, no? So also the host and the mentors can bring something from the exchange, from the fresh idea, from a fresh perspective, to some other skills that he or she may not have. And one of the most important things is that there is no obligation to create a company after the exchange. So this can be also an opportunity for the new or aspiring entrepreneur to say, okay, I tried, my idea was to set up a business. I had this opportunity to have a match and a relationship with the host, but I discovered that this is not my path. I don't want to be an entrepreneur. It's too complicated. There's too bureaucracy. So I'm not going to do that. And there is no obligation to create a company. The application is very easy. There's a link, an online form. So everything is done through an IT tool. The only thing that new or aspiring entrepreneurs have to do is to provide a curriculum, a CV, which must be updated. It should provide also some motivations, and through the application is gonna say why he or she wants to apply for the program and why he or she believes that the program can bring something to him or her. And as I've already mentioned, he has also to provide a business plan. In this case, consider that it's not a very, very, very complete business plan. It's just a short business plan, an idea of the entrepreneurial project or initiative. After the acceptance, the new entrepreneur can have the full access to the online catalog. So he will be able to search for an host entrepreneur from the same sectors or from another sector, and to establish or to propose a suitable match. Of course, we as intermediate organization have the new entrepreneurs to search for an exchange, and each country has its own intermediate organization. So, for example, people from Germany will be supported by intermediate organizations from Germany. Once the agreement is reached between the host and the new entrepreneur, so once they have agreed on the activity plan, on the work and learning project, everything is ready to start. So the new entrepreneur can leave his own country and start his relationship abroad. The duration of the exchange, I've already mentioned that, may vary from 1 to 6 months. Of course, it depends on the availability of the entrepreneurs and also on the complexity of the activity plan. If the activity plan, if the work project is pretty easy and small, it's not going to be, of course, a 6 months exchange, but there's the opportunity also to expand the relationship up to 6 months. And it can also be divided into slots of a week, of course, to give the chance to new entrepreneurs to also to manage their own business. As mentioned, it's going to be there's going to be a contribution from the European Union, from the Commission. So the new entrepreneur will receive a financial assistance. Of course, it varies on the basis of the country, and it goes from 530 euros per month to 1,100 euros per month. Of course, if the new entrepreneur wants to go to Romania or Albania, the financial assistance is going to be a little. It's not going to be that much, let's say, but it's everything is related to the cost of living in the country. Of course, if he goes to Denmark, life cost is higher, so he's going to receive a higher financial assistance. And this financial assistance is provided by the intermediate organization itself. The benefits of the exchange and of the program, I would say, are pretty easy to tell. So new entrepreneurs and host entrepreneurs will share some on-the-job experiences. So new entrepreneurs will get some on-the-job trainings, and it aims to ease their successful start of the initiative of the project. At the same time, entrepreneurs and professionals will have access to new markets, will enlarge their network opportunities, and also will have the chance to set up some chances to collaborate with the partners abroad. And in general terms, they will have the chance to exchange ideas, share competencies, know-hows, knowledges, and so on. It's a win-win collaboration. So it's not something that, yeah, I'm a new entrepreneur. I'm gaining something from the program. At the same time, the host entrepreneur and the mentors doesn't gain anything. Also, the host entrepreneur can have something from inside. Okay, I finished. I just want to share you some numbers and then I'm over. The program is more than 10 years old. So it has started in 2009, but it's just 12 years. More than 9,800 of exchanges have been settled. And in the platform, there are more than 18,000 new entrepreneurs registered and 11,000 host entrepreneurs registered. So it's also a chance to really being part of a very big family and a very big group. Just one more thing, here you have some links, the website, the program guide, and a short video presentation. So I don't know if this presentation is going to be delivered to all the attendants, but I think it can be given. And here you have my contact. So for any doubt, questions, you can contact me.
Thank you, Matteo, for your interesting information presentation. Me personally, I work closely with this program. I cooperate with a company that is a host company from Ukraine. So I'm sure that this information will be useful for new entrepreneurs as well. And maybe someone has questions, so you may use chat to ask questions to Matteo. And now we are moving forward, and now we are starting the next part of our conference. We will focus on the contribution of our EU partners. Italy, Poland, and France will be presented now. And now I want to give this floor to Adina Pitan. She's the EU project manager in Formazione. This is our partner organization. And Adina, the floor is yours.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I just want to share my presentation. Okay, let's see. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, so hello everybody, and thank you for joining us this morning in our last, let's say, chat of the final conference of the Journey Project. It is a pleasure for me to be here, and I just want to recall some of the beautiful moments we actually shared together. And for this reason, my presentation is mostly composed of photos, because I think this is the best part of the project. So here we are, starting with the project meeting, which also my colleagues were present, such as Silvia Liuti and Riccardo. They were present in the first meeting of in Vinica. And here we have on the last part, the presentation and the meeting we had in Ganja. What I also want to share is another important moment we had together, which was the mobility that we hosted in Perugia. So you can see here my colleagues with the participants of mentors. What we wanted to do actually here is to give floor to the mentors to transmit, first of all, our knowledge, and especially what networks and what connections do we have in the territory with local businesses in the rural area. And as you can see on the left, this is one of the photos taken in one of the business partners we are collaborating with at Terre Margaritelli. So the participants had actually the possibility to see some of the examples and how entrepreneurs are actually working in the rural area and also trying to exploit as much as possible and valorize the territory. I'm sorry, I'm very excited and very emotional because it's the end of the project, and I know that with Olia we worked quite a lot since the beginning of it, and it almost breaks my heart that the project is ending. So I'm very emotional about this. So excuse me for my voice. This is one of the some of the multiplier events we hosted in Perugia. For example, you can see on the one side, we had a big gathering of various entrepreneurs, also coming from Romania, not only from Italy, that we had actually the opportunity to present the Journey project, and it was very interesting because we were focusing especially on the young people and the competencies we wanted to transmit and to valorize the rural territory and development. And on the right side, it was a very, very big fair, and it was a very an honor and a pleasure for us to share the outcomes of the Journey project. What was actually very challenging for us, and I'm very surprised that actually I'm very emotional right now because we already had some experience in preparing online sessions. We had 3 capacity buildings, and it was a great opportunity for us to improve in this sense in presenting and preparing materials. So we had 3 capacity buildings with the 3 partners of the project, presenting the business model canvas, the Entrecom framework, and also the some of the tips that young people can use through the social media. And last but not least, the online youth exchange that we hosted as last event. As Olia said, it was just the first time we actually had to organize a youth exchange, and it was very challenging because the idea was to put everything, and especially young people from all the 3 countries, together and work together. And we also had the opportunity to explore more platforms, for example, Mentimeter or Google Jamboard, and also to invite external speakers and young entrepreneurs, so young people could have the opportunity to actually exchange ideas and ask questions, which our partners also appreciated because we selected them and they also had another perspective from which they could present each other. So thank you very much, and I'm open for questions.
Thank you, Adina. It's really emotional. I mean, day for all of us, but it's not the end.
I'm very emotional. It's really, I can't believe that it's actually ending. And yes,
the report
is very surprising for me.
Thank you for sharing with us these photos. It's really good memories. And now I want to give this floor to our next partner from Poland, Social Trust Foundation Publica Fides. I wanted to ask if Anna or Renata is with us. Anna Soltis or Renata Figlevich. They were the second organization who organized the youth exchange for youth from Georgia, Ukraine, and Azerbaijan. And they also organized a number of activities, and I hope that they will share with us also photos. Okay, so Anna is here.
Yes, Anna, please use Google Chrome.
Yeah, it's really important for next speakers. Please use Google Chrome because it's really easier to work with this browser. Yeah.
Remember to give the permission to Google Chrome to access on your camera and microphone, please.
So maybe while we are waiting for Anna, we will continue with Viorica. Okay. So while we are waiting for Anna, I want to move to the next speaker. I can say that she always like a friend from me because she really put a lot of effort for this project implementation, and she's representative of ALDA, as our partners organization from headquarters in Strasbourg in France. But Viorica now is from Moldova, from Chisinau. Yes, you're Chisinau.
Yes.
Okay, so the floor is yours.
Hello to everyone. Did you see my share, my presentation or not? Because now it's okay.
Yes.
Now. Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for all the participants and partners who has been implemented this beautiful project. I have come at the
Sorry,
end.
madam. Please put the presentation in full screen mode.
Okay. This now it's okay?
No.
It's a PDF presentation.
But if you want, I can share for you.
Okay, better. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much for your support. My name is Viorica Bulat. I'm from the ALDA, European Association for Local Democracy. I'm the project manager of the Journey project, and now I'm very glad to be with you of this final event. And I wanted to add that, Adina, your emotions were very contagious for us. Next page, please. Who we are, a little bit about ALDA. ALDA is an European Association for Local Democracy, is a French association, and our main goal is to promote the good governance and citizen participation at the local level in the EU and not only in the neighborhood and beyond. We started this project with the official kick-off meeting, which were in Vinica, in Ukraine. My colleague Alexandru Koica has been there. It was a really good meeting where we put our expected results and impact which we want to give through this project. What is ALDA contribution to this project was, first of all, the elaboration of the content for the online courses. For the youth, the topics of these courses were on leadership skills and on crowdfunding opportunities. Our French mentors gave us this possibility to learn more about these two topics. Another activity was the participation to European Conference LIME for dissemination of the project. Olia has been participating in this activity, and I would say that it was really with good impact. The next activity was the 3 online days of capacity building workshops. It was almost 70 participants from different countries, from Ukraine, Georgia and Azerbaijan. Our colleagues have spoken about the fundraising strategies and EU programs for young entrepreneurs, which we thought was very useful for the participant to know about the EU programs for their further development and initiatives. The next activity, here are some photos. These photos will be in our memories. because we created a good connection and synergy together. Another activity, which is the last, was the youth exchange. It also was a good cooperation with the youth. During this cooperation, we spoke about the idea of the youth. Some were at the start, at the beginning. Some youth were implementing their ideas. I would say that was a good exchange of skills, of information, and a good interaction. And our challenges during this project, of course, was the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us had to adapt the activities for online conditions. And of course, here was the lack of IT devices. And the last, I want to thank you all for attention. All partners which were involved in this project. For more information about ALDA, about our association, about our activity, please find ALDA Europe EU on our Facebook account, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yorka. If someone has questions, as always, you can put your message to the chat. Thank you. Thank you for your input to our project.
Now, welcome.
Thank you. And now I want to move to our speaker from Poland. Anna, are you with us? Anna Soltys. She is a CEO of the Social Trust Foundation Publica Fides. It is located in Lutomiersk, Lodz Voivodeship.
We have the same problem with Anna.
Okay, so
during the break.
Okay, so let's start the break and then we will start with her. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so now we will have a short break. So we will continue in 10 minutes. And we'll start with Anna Soltys from Poland. Don't go far. So, okay, so while we have some technical problems with our speaker, with Anna. So we can, I guess, wait for 1 minute and then to continue. Okay, so okay, then I move forward, and while I'm I'm sorry, I'm nervous. Now I want to provide opportunity to speak to our invited speaker, Mateusz Hoffman. He is a project manager in DeepAll. Yes, DeepAll network.
Yeah. Exactly, DeepAll network.
Yes. So now we will talk about involvement of young people in rural entrepreneurship. Mateusz, the floor is yours, and the topic is quite interesting for me, and I think for all participants.
Thank you very much. Do you hear and see me well?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. And do you see the presentation that I share?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, just let me. Okay, I won't be able probably to see the chat or you in the meantime. So if in case anything shows up on the chat, please let me know.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so I work for DeepAll Network. That is a network of organizations and municipalities that work together on developing youth participation in decision-making processes at the local level. And I will talk to you about youth entrepreneurship and youth social entrepreneurship, especially also in rural areas. Among of the objectives of our network is identifying best practices and approaches, innovative approaches in public governance, in cooperation with local authorities and civil society organizations in the field of youth for the benefit of local communities. And our main headquarters are in Portimao. This is a small town in Portugal, at the south of Portugal, on the coast, very beautiful. And in this town, we probably face similar challenges as other small towns or actually rural areas. So we have young people that have a great potential, learning potential, and they can create a positive change in the local community. But unfortunately, they leave to cities, to bigger cities for education, and they often stay here because of lack of jobs and lack of opportunities in our local level, in Portimao in this case. And this lack of educated young people results in lack of entrepreneurship, lack of jobs, and growing challenges in the community. And you might already see that this is kind of a loophole with no escape. But if you add to this entrepreneurial skills of those young people, we will have young people who have a great potential and they leave for education, but they come back because jobs and opportunities are there, or they can create them. And as a result, educated young people at the local level with entrepreneurial skills create jobs and contribute for the benefit of the community. So we started to understand that entrepreneurial strategies for education and entrepreneurial education for children is very important. It's very important to provide them with skills that allow them to create enterprises, to create social enterprises, and to stay in their local areas for the social change, to be those actors of social change. And there can be different approaches to that. One of the approaches is to for example, provide schools with tools to teach about entrepreneurial education, and we had a project of that kind. But today I would like to talk to you about a particular example of co-working spaces. And you probably all know what the co-working space is, but a short explanation, it's a place where entrepreneurs or employees can come, rent a desk, they have a quick internet, and basically a space to work. What's specific about co-working spaces is this environment of other entrepreneurs that can collaborate together, and they have an added value of learning potential, of exchanging skills. And this co-working spaces is a growing trend worldwide, with 5 co-working spaces in 2005, with around 20,000 nowadays, and prognostics to have 40,000 in 2024. This can be even underestimated because probably you also changed your working habits during the last 2 years when the pandemic hit quite hard. So we expect many more people being allowed to work from different places of the world remotely. And in the background, you can see Portimao. At some point, we started to understand that we can bring those entrepreneurs to our local town with their skills. But we also started to wonder how we can use them for the benefit of the local community, and how we can use them to teach young people about entrepreneurship, to provide them with entrepreneurial skills. And I can tell you that there are different kinds of co-working space. There is, for example, WeWork, that is a big company, a network of co-working spaces in major cities, focused mostly on business for startups and medium-sized companies. But there is also Impact Hub that you might have heard about, that focuses on social innovation. So they support NGOs, civil society organizations, social enterprises with mentorship, with funding, with some particular programs that help to grow for those companies and for the local communities. And there are also co-working and co-living spaces that work in rural areas, like Sende. Sende is a co-living and co-working space in a small village in Galicia that completely changed the shape of that village, that invites 50 professionals each year for a couple of months to work from that village, to live there and create not only their businesses, but also create something for the local community. And with those 2 actors and some other partners, we created the project Co-working for Social Innovation, in which we try to map practices that allow us to keep big brains in small towns or in rural areas, or actually to bring those big brains to those areas, that create learning potential, learning opportunities for young people, to provide them with entrepreneurial skills, that have social impact and on local communities, so they make them grow, and that create jobs and opportunities in these local communities. So a very specific type of co-working spaces. And now I have a pleasure to share with you 3 examples that we have already found that might be some kind of inspirational and valuable for this topic. The first one is Iris, and it's definitely not from a rural space. It's from Porto. It's the second biggest city in Portugal with 1.7 million inhabitants. And this particular practice targeted over 2,000 participants, which are children from local school. In this practice, the coordinators of the co-working space, and this is a social co-working space, just like Impact Hub, focused on this social innovation, social entrepreneurship. They created a program that throughout the year has 6 sessions, face-to-face or online, with children, where they invite them and promote social innovation. They teach them about entrepreneurial skills through practical activities and through meetings with those social entrepreneurs who participate in the co-working space. that share with them their inspiration, their projects, and explain them how this social entrepreneurship, social innovation can contribute to the local communities, which is super important and inspirational for those young people. And nowadays, shortly to the second practice, let's go a bit lower to a smaller city. Smaller city in Lule with 70,000 inhabitants and a co-working space named Casulo in the region of Algarve that provides support to 35 young people each year. And those young people learn in vocational schools and to create their final projects, to pass the exams, they need to create a final project that might be a business idea. But usually those projects, as you probably expect, stay on paper and are not implemented into the reality. So Casulo provides those young people who want to implement a project that is an innovative project at the local level, so not worldwide, but for example, in a village or in a town, with mentorship, with incubation, with support of local experts from the whole region that specialize in that particular field. And through a design thinking process, together, they learn how to adjust their business and how to implement it in an efficient way. Then they can apply for funding and implement a sustainable business at their local level where they live. They don't need to move away for job opportunities, for example. But we can take even a step forward and move to a small town, rural area in Bydgoszcz with just 3,000 inhabitants that supports through 7 years, 250 participants, including entrepreneurs and employees. But in this scale, it's quite a lot. And this is not a co-working space that targets only young people. They support with mentorship and incubation anyone who wants to create a local enterprise. And every enterprise in such an area is basically pure gold. But there is still a space for young people because all of the directors, almost all of the directors of that co-working space and other people who support it are young people who are volunteers who coordinate this mentorship and incubation programs for specific entrepreneurs in different areas. And that's how they achieve entrepreneurial skills and they learn how they can implement a business, a social business. And in this space, co-workers can exchange their monthly fee that they would usually pay for actually providing services for local people, which also provides and contributes to the local communities. When somebody wants to create a business, they can, for example, ask this coworker for help to create a website instead of paying a rent. And moreover, the coworkers in this space can provide answers to local problems. So, for example, when the pandemic struck and there was a limited contact with older people, they created together a hotline that answered that problem. Hotline, also a website that provides information in this field. So, as you can see, a small co-working space plays a significant role in a rural area, providing both young people with entrepreneurial skills and with possibility to establish their own business that is somehow supported. And they can also benefit from the co-working space itself by having a desk and a place to work. So during this practices mapping, we also found other projects that are a bit similar to ours, Collabora and Craft project that focuses solely on rural co-working spaces, and Co-Youth Working project that focuses on youth benefiting from co-working spaces in case you want to check them out. The idea I wanted to share with you today is that co-working spaces can boost youth entrepreneurship and social innovation no matter where. So in big cities, in small towns, and in rural areas just as well. And that's the end of my presentation and what I would like to share with you today. I'm happy to answer any questions if we still have time for that. Hope I wasn't too quick with that.
Thank you for presentation. I even highlight some things for myself to check the co-working spaces you provide as example. So thank you. And now I want to move forward to another speaker, to Anna Soltes. She is our partner from Publica Fides. And finally, we can be connected. And the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Olga. Thank you. I would like to welcome everybody. I was present, but I, of course, had some problems. I prepared a small presentation which helped me to speak. But give me a minute. I don't know how to.
You must click the share screen button on the top bottom.
I hope you can see it.
Yes.
So I will really take a few minutes. That was the really journey for us, through the countries, through the cultures, through the topics, through the activities. That was quite, I think, a demanding project because our participation issued that we may share our best competences and to share the best practice we might find here in Poland to support young people in Georgia or Azerbaijan or Ukraine. And we really hope that we are succeed, that there are some people who really used or get some new experience or inspiration. So our foundation is quite young. We operate 8 years. Our main mission is just to support the social trust between the public and social organization. And for these years, we concentrated to deliver mostly training workshops for soft and hard skills. What was our input into the Journey project? First of all, we had the privilege to organize and to host mentors from 3 countries in June. It was almost 2 years ago. In 2019 in Poland, we were in Łowicz. That was really hard for us. It was before pandemic time, but really had very short time to organize and to prepare everything. That was quite, I think, busy week for all of us. We had some study visit, we had the workshops, and the really time was very, very hard, but I think it was nice. Then we were participated in developing the Journey teaching materials for online course. We were responsible for the module address to develop entrepreneurial potential. We prepared 6 parts, and I think it was quite interesting. I hope. It was about the inspiration, how to find idea for business. It was how to generate creative professionals, about the inspiration examples of business models and success stories, how to deal with, how to build, how to work for the success and how to deal with the failure, and of course how to and where to find the support for starting new business. Then pandemic happened to all of us, and we start to work online. That was really very demanding because we had to deliver online training. There was 2 topics: effective business communication and design thinking, and to organize a youth exchange. It was in June this year. We prepared 2 study visit. One was stable, and the second was family business. So I hope that everything we done here was useful, especially for the youth people. We would like really to hear if there was something interesting, or if they really, how to say it, if they try or make possibility to use of some of our input. And that was really nice to work with everybody and with the great support of each partner, and especially you, Olga. So thank you very much for this possibility. Thank you very much for this journey. And I hope it will increase our potential and our possibilities, and leave us really with the good memories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anna. And thank you for your contribution to our project. And now I guess I will provide this floor for you, Anna. You will moderate the next part. Anna is representative of Kutaisi City Hall, the Department of International Relations. Remind me, because I forgot.
Worse than the International Projects Department. It's a bit longer.
Yeah, because I remember the start. And can you speak a little bit more? I mean, to add more voice, or it's very. I mean, the voice is quite low.
Now, is it fine or not?
The same.
No.
The same. Let me move.
Please stay near the microphone, please.
Maybe it was a voice with your laptop or computer.
Please use your headset and keep the microphone near your mouth. Thank you. Please go to the setting of the platform and select your headset or microphone.
Okay, Anna, we can't hear you. We have some technical problems. I guess we will continue with our next speakers, and then you will join us maybe in a few minutes after the speaker will end. So now we move again forward, and now we will focus on our Eastern Partnership countries, Ukraine, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. And now I want to give this floor to Nino Huhua. She is a director, yes, of LDA Georgia, and she is our partner from Georgia. And yeah, we faced a lot of challenges with this online format of our project, but I guess you did a good job, and the floor is yours. Tell us more.
Thank you, Olga. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
So great. And also I have the small presentation, and can you help me that how to share it on the screen?
On the below, you have a window share screen.
I need to allow me that to share it.
Mm-hmm. Is someone from technical support here?
Don't worry, we share for you.
Yeah, I have the presentation, and
yes, just a moment.
Share it.
What do you want?
Okay, so it a bit changes, but it's looks nice anyway. So let me greet you, and I'm glad that we have the opportunities to meet remotely because we know that now it's the pandemic situation, and so this is not possible actually to organize this final conference face to face. But in this situation, so I will try my best and to present very briefly what we did, what we are doing now, and what is our next activities. So until of the 14th of the September. But before then I will start talking about these activities. I wanted to share also very briefly about my organization, who we are and what we are doing. As the earlier mentioned, that I represent Local Democracy Agency Georgia. So this is the non-governmental organization which is operating in the region, in Emirati region, concretely in Kutaisi. Our mission is to strengthen local democracy and civil society, support democratic reforms in Georgia by cooperating by the local and international stakeholders as well. The mandate is to promote active citizenship and good governance, to promote women's and youth rights, to support initiating the cross-border and regional cooperation, and also to promote EU integration and European values at the local level. So our target audience are the local authorities, public servants, regional representatives, media organizations, CSOs, CBOs, and the youth as well, of course. Based on our organization, we years ago created the youth club, which units the tens of the young people, and within this club, so the organization held the trainings and the field visits. I wanted to make the mention that this youth club, it's really helpful for us to make the focus of the youth issues. And to increase the youth engagement in decision-making process as well. So now I think that it's time to move on the project activities, and I will try that a sequence presents the implementing activities within this journey project. So our first activities was that this international kickoff meeting, which was held in Ukraine, in Vinnytsia region. I attended this the meeting, and it was a really good platform for us to present our organization and to introduce the other partners organization. It was the face-to-face meeting, and also we presented our role within this project. So can we go to the next? Also within this project announced selection of the mentors. Partnership with the Kutaisi City Hall, we are selected based on the applications, the 7 the mentors, and of course at the next stage of this competition was an interviews with the candidates, and finally we selected the really brilliant 7 mentors which was involved in the different activities within this project, and I will also mention the below about it. Also, can we go? So next activities there, the LD also was involved. It was like to make the support the mentors as a partner organization. So I think that the Kutaisi CTO will better mention and share the detail about this activity. So it was the study tour in Italy. So the project, the coordinator, that Vinnytsia region, they made the presentation about the project, to explain the mentors about their role. So 21 mentors from Kutaisi, Kanja, and Vinnytsia regions made the presentation about their activities and their visions and expectations for this project. So that during this visit, the mentors also visited the two largest wineries in the Umbria region. They had the opportunities to taste the locally produced wine and get some tips on how to get young people interested in agriculture and particularly wine products, and what are the key factors to consider when setting up a similar type of the enterprise. Yes, next, please. Yes. Okay. So this is the next study visit in the Poland after the training in Italy, of course. The visit included an introductory meeting in the Lineum. So if I this pronounced this very specifically, so I think that I'm correctly mentioning it. There, the Lineum, the director, introduced the young mentors to be in history of this Lyceum and its the purpose and the training courses. Also, mentors there acquainted with the various methods of the teamwork. Yes, please move next. Yes, so this is the next activity. So next kickoff meeting in Azerbaijan. So the purpose of this, the workshop and the meeting was to analyze the overall achievements of the project together with the partners and then make future plans. And also you see the picture. So it was the meeting with the mayor of the Ganja, and it was very interesting meeting because we shared actually from our side what we are doing within this project, what is the main reasons and achievements, what we want to achieve, the goals, what we want to achieve, and from their side also listen to the local programs which are reflected in their budgets and their future plans about the entrepreneurs issues, and it's really interesting meetings and fruitful, I think. Yeah, can we move to next? Yes, so also within the project, so LDA, the Georgia took part in the forum, consequence of the communities, the development and presentative projects implemented by the LDA Georgia. So the aim of this forum was establishing of the cooperation and exchange of the experience in the implementation of the youth initiatives and the project connected with the local community development. As a result of the online forum, the participants shared their experiences, presented their youth programs, projects related to the development of the local community. Yes, next, please. Next. So this is the youth exchange, the project program. So which duration was that 4 days, and overall 21 young people participated in this youth exchange program from the Georgia. Was selected the 7 young people, and it was also very interesting as we checked and received the feedback from the Georgian participants. Actually, on the first day and the second day, the participants traveled through the virtual video tour in Poland. On the third day, and the fourth day, there was the virtual visit to the Italy, to the olive oil factory. And in addition to the above, the participant had the opportunities to work in the groups, so with the foreign participants on the business model canvas, and to have a plenary discussion. And next, we left the 2 slides, as I remember. Yes, so the next activity, this is the workshop, today workshop, which was held in Kutaisi for just the Georgian participants. And this workshop organized by LDA Georgia, partnership with the Kutaisi City Hall. So as I mentioned, the duration of this workshop was the 2 days. And on the first day, listeners there provided with information about the essence and the principles of the entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial skills, strategies, the place and the role of the business in the economy. So in addition to the above mentioned, that the participants got acquainted with the business model principles of the canvas as well. On the second day, the mentors shared their Polish and Italian experience gained during the project. In addition, the conversation focused on the current tax legislation and the legal environment for the entrepreneurs, the development of the business idea. So I want to take this opportunity then to say thank you our mentors for their hard work, and I really appreciated it, and because their presentations, it was really very, very interesting, and overall I think that for our participants, this knowledge and the information that they got within this workshop, so it was it will be very fruitful for them. And yeah, thank you, mentors. Yes, and last slide. Yeah, so this is the aggregators for youths. Also, we created a special group form that's because we wanted to select selected process with a very accountability for the other actors as well, which is interesting that to how we worked and how we select the youths for the same activities. So, and finally, we select overall the 17 participants actually, and mostly of these participants, of course, was the members of our youth club, which we established within this journey project. We organized the two agri tours. So one is the Baghdadi and the another one is the one in municipalities. So as part of the agri tours, the young people visited the greenhouse, blueberry plantations and the wine cellar. There, they received the practical advices from the entrepreneurs, and they got acquainted with the technologies of the greenhouse, farm startup and maintenance, wine care and wine production. So as we received their feedback, so it was really fruitful for them, and hopefully that's our youth club, which again I will repeat, that's established within this journey project, will continue the same activities from the local youths. I want to announce as well that on Saturday, again, we're the planning workshop for the another the youths. Overall, we received the 15 applications, and by helping our and supporting our mentors, we again held the workshops about the how to start the startups, how to create the business ideas, and etc. So again, thank you, Ola, for your support for this project. And I think that our cooperation will continue. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. No, for some partners, it's not the end today. We will continue exactly till the 14th of September. Thank you. And I want to move to our other partner, Anna. I hope we can hear you well. Anna, as I mentioned, from Kutaisi City Hall, the main specialist of Foreign Affairs and National Project Department. Anna, so yours, but please, very shortly.
Yes, it will be very short. I hope that you can hear me well, yes, because I also turned my mobile and everything. So,
we can hear you
okay,
well.
Screen share. I will be quick. Okay. So, good afternoon. My name is Anna Chankutadze. I work for Foreign Affairs and International Projects Department at Kutaisi City Municipality. So the main activities of our organization is foreign affairs, dealing with, we have got 26 partner cities and sister cities, quite a long list you can see, various countries. So we have got different kind of cooperation. And also we have got some projects, international projects I have listed here. 2 of them just finished and 2 of them are ongoing projects. Our expectations related to the journey, I have taken this slide to the first presentation, which I have presented in Vinica, and I will come back to this slide and tell more about this one. Back to meeting in Vinica, Ukraine. Then we have got some preparations, some legal documents, some translations for the web page. We have done some promoting campaign on the local level and on the internet, on official Facebook page of Kutaisi City Hall, of our department, as well as on the official web page of Kutaisi City Hall. And we tried as more people to be aware of the project as possible. Then we had got here the call for mentors. We announced we have done the interviews with the candidates as mentors, and we have chosen 7 of them, and we have done with the cooperation of our partner organization, LDA Georgia. And we have prepared our mentors for the capacity building workshops, which were done in Perugia, and later it was done in Lodz. So Nino have told us briefly about this trainings. I have to say that it was not only the theoretical knowledge and only sharing the experience, but we also have visited different kind of cooperations, different kind of organizations. We have seen how they started, how they developed their business. Some of them gave us very good advice, and I hope them, and we tried to save in our memory as more as possible, because that after arriving from these countries, we have to share this knowledge and experience to the youth in minority region. Other activities we have done, it was a printing of promotion materials, some translations we have done. We had also kickoff meeting in Ganja. We did 2 stakeholders committee meetings, and say we are more focused on sharing our experience in these 2 countries. Also, we got some experts from minority region in the sphere of business and agriculture. Also, we have got representatives from the governors of
We have lost the speaker.
Okay, so it's the trouble connections, yes, with. So Anna is now left, yes?
Now she's not connected.
Okay, so I hope that she will continue after she will come back and will fix her connection. And now I will provide the possibility to describe the activities we have implemented within our project to our partner from Azerbaijan, from Ganja, Sevinç Mamedova. Yes, because always I mention only your name during our conversations. She is representative of the partner organization, European Youth Capital 2016 Public Union. Sevinç, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's okay. So my name is Sevinç. I'm the I'm from Azerbaijan, from Ganja region. So whereas our project is implemented in Azerbaijan. So briefly, I would like to talk about our organization. It's a non-governmental organization which established in 2014 after Ganja City won the title of European Youth Capital 2016. So we are member of the European Youth Capital Network and also National Assembly of Youth Organization of Azerbaijan. So we are organizing trainings, seminars, events, all kinds of workshops about youth improvement. So here, as you can see, that 5 thematic priority areas that it's about youth participation, education, social cohesion, youth employment, and volunteering. So I think that all this is important, but the most one is volunteering, because without our volunteers, we couldn't implement our trainings. So, and in this project also, I would like to thank to all our volunteers, our mentors, experts who joined us, and for their efforts, for their knowledge that they shared with our youngsters. In the next slide. So here as you can see our team of mentors. So they participate in Italy and Poland, study visit tours, and the knowledge which they gained there, so they used it during our training courses. Next one, please. Next slide. We organized intermediate meeting in Ganja City. So we met with, as our partner organization said, we met with mayor of Ganja City. We shared our project, and they would present to him. So after our meeting, we felt his support about our project. Next slide, please. So here is you can see our contribution. So we create stakeholder committees. We translate online course materials, which our youth also enroll, and they get their certificate. So we create 3 club of young entrepreneurs. It's small and medium business development agency, Ganja Bras, youth development and the career center of Ganja, and the center of this clubs is in our office. So the other one is capacity building workshops, which joined about 30 youth from Ganja Basar region, and it was online, as our experts mentioned before me. So we had capacity building workshops. It's joined 30 youth. We had 2 groups. In each group, 15 participants. Next slide, please. We had meeting before youth exchange. So our mentors and the experts joined us and shared their experience with our youth. And here is you can see screens from our youth exchange. Next slide, please. Here is you can see our meeting. Next slide, please. And the capacity building workshops, which we organized face-to-face. And here, as you can see, mini video about our workshops. So please, video. the next step of the project, we organized business tour to business enterprises in Gence region. So the first one was Shamkir Agro Park, another one Gence Wine Factory, production experimental enterprise of Azerbaijan State Agrarian University, and the Gence Automobile Factory. So another one, the next slide, please. So you can see another mini video about our bus tour. So here is. I got a little bit emotional. So it's really, I'm a little bit sad because it's our final event. So approximately 70 youth get benefits from our project. And I would like again to thank to you, Olya, to our all partners, experts, for their thoughts, for their energy, and I'm really happy to be part of this project and to meet all of you. So I hope our partnership will go on. So see you in the next projects. Thank you for all.
Thank you so much. Guys, what are you doing? I'm crying on your presentations. Thank you. Oh my God. We'll continue for sure. I have to do it. Okay, so thank you, Sinch. So again, you may ask questions or any comments in chat to all our speakers. And now is, I guess, my... Yeah, now it's... Oh, Anna, you returned.
Tired of this internet.
Okay, continue our emotional...
You know, the main word is done now in Kutaisi, and it was written that we will have some problems, but I was hoping that it won't happen to me. Okay. I will share again. And I also was told to be slow. So I'll try to be slow. Hope you can see that.
Anna, it's very bad connection. Anna? Maybe you can switch off your camera somehow.
I don't know. Can you share then the screen? I don't know.
Yes, we can see the screen, and yeah, you can. I think you can try to speak.
Can you just help sharing this?
Oh no, it's very hard. It's really very hard to hear you. It's very bad connection. Very bad.
So I try to share for you.
And maybe switch off your
So
camera.
switch off
Maybe
your
then
camera and keep the microphone on.
And I'm sorry, it's so bad connection with you. Maybe we will return to you later. Maybe I don't know, some technical issues. I don't know, maybe we will return to you later and then we will continue with other speakers. Maybe you try without cam. Okay. Okay, so now I guess I will continue the presentation from the organization I represent, and I hope that we will back to Anna later. Then maybe she will try to fix her connection because it's really problem now. So online is not always the best option. Okay. So I will continue. Let me know if you can see my presentation on the full screen. Can you see? Can you see? Because
yes, I confirm.
Sorry?
I confirm.
Okay,
you can continue.
Thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned at the very beginning, I represent one of the organizations involved in this Journey project. This is a lead coordinator organization. Venice Regional Association of Local Self-Government Bodies, CGB abbreviation. We located in Vinnytsia region, Ukraine. And truly saying, this is the first international project we implementing as coordinators. And it's a really big honor for us to be coordinators. So I will briefly focus on main activities we implemented on behalf of the organization. So there are 4 main activities: the web platform Journey, the capacity building activities for youth, clubs of youth entrepreneurship, and mentors teams. So about the first, the web platform. So till today, so for now, we have registered almost 1,000 users. But active users with real names, surnames, and locations, we have more than 100. And this platform is working on 4 languages. As I mentioned in the very beginning, that this is our advantage, that we provide opportunity to those who can't speak English to to find more opportunities in their languages, in Georgian, Azerbaijani, and Ukrainian. And this platform, the link you may see now on your screen, this platform focused on few parts. The online course developed by the EU experts is located here. And by the way, we generated almost 20 certificates, so for those who have successfully passed the course. And also the information about the clubs of young entrepreneurs is also here. So the location in which communities and address is also you may find here. The mentors teams, as I mentioned also, and our partners mentioned, then in each of our target countries, there were created 7 mentors teams in each of these countries. So the information about each of the mentor and the main directions of the expertise is also you may find here. And of course, useful information to download, to be involved about the news, what's going on within this project. And this platform will be also used for after the project will finish. We have big plans for this platform. So please, we invite you to register and use it for your purposes. And about the capacity building activities, our partners have already mentioned some number of activities. Specifically, they were almost the same for all of these 3 target countries. And as Nino told in her presentation, that really like priceless impact to this project our mentors have done to the activities, because mainly the mentors were these experts and these opportunity, this support for our youngsters during all the activities we organized. So as other partners from Georgia and Azerbaijan, we had 2 days follow-up workshop. We involved 30 participants, 12 speakers, and 7 mentors involved during these 2 days. We covered almost the same topics: the business planning, the tax legislation, legal things, issues, social enterprises, how to set up, how to implement this business, and etc. About the workshops in the clubs, we in Ukraine we have set up 6 clubs of youth entrepreneurs. 2 clubs as central clubs in the base of 2 partners organizations, and 4 local clubs in rural areas. So we organized activities in these rural areas. And the bus tour, again, I think that it was one of the most excited activities for youth, because they could travel, they could participate in the face-to-face activities, and to have these insights from the like neighbor business, real business, to be inspired. We visited six businesses, including social enterprises. About the clubs, here you may see the photos of the workshops we organized on these local clubs, and we involved more than about 100 participants for all these 4 clubs. About the mentors, I mentioned that in each of the target countries there are 7 mentors. Here on the screen you may see 7 Ukrainian mentors. This information is open, and our expertise of each of the mentors is on the website, on the web platform, and anyone registered can apply for any support, advice, or help to any of these mentors, and find us in Facebook. Thank you for your attention. I have to be very quick. Okay. Can you hear me? Because only me now, as a moderator and the speaker. Thank you again. And now I want to provide this screen to our Ukrainian partner, to Natalia Gishko. She is a director of the Vinnytsia Regional Development Agency. Natalia.
Hi, congratulations to all the participants of the final international events. Do you see my presentation? All in full screen. In the agrarian regional I represent, is customary to sum up, evaluate the progress made, and outline plans for the future in the autumn. Therefore, it's symbolic that we jointly choose September to hold this meeting. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, we can see.
So, having identified the development of entrepreneurship in the region as one of the priority areas of activities, the Regional Development Agency team was glad to join the implementation of the Journey project in 2019. Participation in the project allowed strengthening the agency under the priority and paying more attention to active youth from rural areas. Thanks for this Erasmus Plus program and all partners. In the project, we acted as a partner, and a significant part of the project activities that took place in Ukraine, in Vinnytsia region, was carried out jointly with the Vinnytsia Regional Association of Local Self-Government Bodies, with Olga and all your comments, including the kickoff event of all partners in Vinnytsia and participation of mentors and partners from Ukraine in international events. As well, a two-day training on building entrepreneurial potential and business education for 35 participants, which was also held in Vinnytsia. However, I would like to focus on the activities in Ukraine for which the agency was responsible during the project. Its establishment and moderation of the stakeholder committees activities, designing and training materials and promotional products, selection for youth people from Ukraine to participate in international youth online exchange, and preparing for youth people for this. Creation of 7 clubs of youth entrepreneurs and organization for the activities, and carrying out information and communication activities. A little more detail about it. The issues of youth self-employment is relevant in Eastern Europe and requires a systematic approach on the part of the authorities in increasing the level of competence of young people and access to resources in the community. As the lack of systematic youth policy, including in the field of youth entrepreneurship, encourage youth people to migrate, finding a better place. Therefore, we create the stakeholder committee, which included representatives of government, higher education, business, and experts. During the work of the stakeholder committee, we were 3 meetings and research in 63 communities of the region on micro-business support. As a result, the committee developed recommendation for local government to implement business development programs in communities. It's also planned to hold a training course for local governments on how to create tools for the development of youth entrepreneurship together with the executive authorities of the region. There are 6 youth business clubs were created in the regional, 2 organizations with collaboration with mentors, were 3 seminars and bus tours for clubs members. In the next step, we carried competitive selection and formed a group of 7 people for the youth exchange. During 2 online seminars for youth online exchange for the Republic of Poland and Italy, we focused on some questions. How to enhance cross-cultural dialogue, including cross-cultural features and digital etiquette. We also provide information support of the project activities using our and project information channels, and create some media materials. For example, a video, made 1 TV program and press conference. And we create promotional products for all our activities. I want to thank all members of our consortium for new knowledge, experience, and support. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you for sharing with us the photos and numbers. Thank you. And now I want to provide this stage for our friend of Ukraine, for sure. Sylvia have visited Ukraine like a few times, yes? Two times for sure. Vinnytsia region. So Sylvia is Director of European Project and Quality Assurance and Gender Quality Expert, Formazione, and one of the co-founders, yes, of the Formazione.
Yes, you're right. Yes, thank you, Olia. It's really a pleasure to be here today after having started this cooperation with Ukraine, with in the past with different projects. And then we are here for talking about a little bit of what happened during this training and activities that I cooperated to. So I would like to share my screen just to show you some kind of reflections of what we did. I hope you can see it. Is it okay? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I had the chance to work on this Entrecom framework, and I'm really happy to share how useful it has been to be focused on this framework designed at European level. And having also the opportunity to have here the ESEA representative, just to inform that then when effective tools are designed at European level, that can be effectively used and spread among different training opportunities and EU projects. And this is what we exactly did, to be focused on how to work with these youngsters to develop this entrepreneurial mindset. So this was really important, not to be focused on how to become entrepreneurs. This is something that can happen forward after having effectively starting develop this entrepreneurial mindset. So thinking about which kind of capacity youngsters should have to act upon your opportunities and ideas, and to transform these ideas into value for others. This I found really important in the Entrecom framework to be shared among our group of participants, and we had the chance to have also online working groups to reflect with youngsters on how to activate themselves to be proactive towards possible initiatives and ideas and opportunities around them in their countries, and how to develop a kind of spirit of initiative. And then also the reflection was aimed at identifying also possible further opportunities to learn these expected competencies, this how to let's say being more focused on how they feel comfortable with this kind of learning activities and set of competencies, to have a clearer idea of what does it mean to have an entrepreneurial mindset, not to be afraid of becoming entrepreneurs, but developing, first of all, this kind of approach and mindset, and again, to be more proactive towards possible concrete improvements through other learning opportunities. And I would like to end my intervention with this reflection also on these key points, because we found that this Entrecomp framework, it is not so commonly shared and taught at European level. Entrepreneurship is a kind of a subject that is not so common to find that within school curriculum. And although this entrepreneurial mindset is a set of competencies that are very useful to succeed at societal level in the labor market, and also we found that transversal competencies, so this also related to Entrecomp framework, are becoming increasingly important to succeed in the labor market and in the society as a whole. And so this is really connected to what we as Formazione are doing now with this Transvaleo project. And I think that within this kind of opportunity of final conference and European international event, it is really important to connect different projects, actors and stakeholders to continuing learning on what we are doing on a daily basis. So within this Transvaleo project, we are working on how to recognize and validate this kind of transversal competencies within this framework of validation of non-formal and informal learning. So we are referring also to Entrecomp framework. So I think that through Journey project, youngsters received a very modern and up-to-date training activities, putting them into a pathway for their future. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Silvio. You was so brief. Thank you. Just in time. Yeah, really. The impact of Formazione on our project is really significant. And about Entrecomp, yeah, it's not well known in our countries. So thank you for this opportunity to know more and use it.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I will miss you.
We're not saying goodbye.
For the moment.
It's only the next stage step. And now I see Anna.
Last attempt. Okay, Olga, if something will happen, I really don't want that you share the screen. Please help me in this case. Just go to the slide and you will understand everything. If something will happen. Okay, so I just won't start again. I will just focus on the main activities we have done by Kutaisi City Hall in the framework of this project. The first, it was the kickoff meeting in Vinnytsia, Ukraine. Then we have done some preparation of legal documents and translation of the web page of the project. And we have done some promotion campaign on our official website, a Facebook page of Kutaisi City Hall, as well as the Department of Foreign Affairs and International Project Department. Also, we tried to promote this project on the web page of Kutaisi City Hall. Later, we have done called the mentors. We have announced we have done interviews and with the candidates of the mentors, and we have chosen 7 mentors. We have done this with our partner organization, Later, after the mentors were chosen, of course, they were prepared, including me, for the capacity building workshops, which were done in Perugia and also in the Poland. It was incredible, great experience. It was not only the theoretical knowledge and also only sharing the experience, but also we visited local entrepreneurs, the local farmers, the organizations. We have seen really great examples how to start, then how to develop your business and what you have to do to maintain this condition on the market. We try to save and keep in our mind all the experience which we gained during these trips, and because then after we had to share all this with the youth. We have done bought some promotion materials, printed, done some translations. Then was the kickoff meeting in Ganjam, which was really good meeting because we have visited the city hall. I saw my colleagues, as well as we have spoken how to develop the project to be more successfully implemented. We have done 2 stakeholders committee meetings, which we had in the city hall. Of course, the LDA Georgia presented this one. We had representatives from the governor's office of Emirati region, experts. We have got some lectures from the university in the field of agriculture and business, and we have a really great debate. And they have somehow gave us some recommendations, and they have spoken about the challenges involving the youth. Another thing, we have purchased some equipment for establishing the club of youth entrepreneurs at Kutaisi City Hall. So we have established this club. We somehow tried to involve as more active students as possible. And in this case, the Department of Youth helped us in that way. We have got other activities, but we had to postpone somehow because of the COVID regulations. And when I saw this ganja video, I was really jealous because we don't have possibility to make like a big group of meetings, and even without masks. So 3 weeks somehow everything was locked down. So we will print 2 articles on the regional and national newspapers, and we will do the 1 workshop. Also, we tomorrow we have got on TV, the local radio, the broadcast, and I will also go we will be 2 mentors and representatives from the LDA Georgia and from the Kutaisi City Hall. And we are planning Sunday will be an online final conference somehow to summarize the project, where will be the mentors, also the youth of youth club, and also all the stakeholders, the members of the stakeholders committee. The slide, the first one I had mentioned about our expectations, I have taken this slide from the meeting which we had in Vinnytsia in Ukraine, and I just wanted to compare this one with the nowadays what we gained. So the first one was motivating young people in rural areas to develop their ideas and involve in club activities. I think that Kutaisi City Hall really tried and did their best to motivate young people in rural areas. Kutaisi, the center of Emirati region, and also in Kutaisi we have got quite big 3 universities, and somehow the youth are really focused, and it's like a youth city. Unfortunately, you did not have a possibility to visit us, but hope next time. Then we have got supporting of rural youth initiatives and green enterprise development. Kutaisi City Hall has got such kind of project of youth initiatives, so announcing, and then they are financing this project. So somehow this project also tried to help the youth who had some ideas how to form their initiatives and present. We somehow helped them in this case too. trained young people will be leaders, and I think that mentors really became the leaders after training in Poland and Italy. As for the decrease of unemployment rate among rural areas, this is really the long term, but we hope that with the help of this project, Jenny, we have done just one stone in this big goal. As for the main achievement of the project, I hope that you can see the last slide.
Anna, I would like to say that you should finish as soon as possible.
Yes, I'm finishing. Just one slide. Show the last slide, and that's all. Okay, this one, yes. The main achievement of the project is, of course, you, all who participated in this project. I would like to thank all of you on the behalf of Kutaisi City Municipality, as well as the governor's office, because of this project. And I think that somehow, at least the life of the mentors, we are changed. The life of the youth, of a club of youth entrepreneurs in Kutaisi City Hall, and all the relations and cooperations we have got with you, with partner organizations, with all the people who have done this project. I think the main achievement for us was these relations and these links. And we hope and we are ready that Kutaisi City Hall in the future to continue cooperation in other projects too. So thank you very much, and hope that you will visit Kutaisi, and we will just we'll do something more. I mean, what was planned in the project.
Of course, we will visit Kutaisi for sure, because it should be off face to face, but maybe next time. I'm sure next time. Thank you, Anna, for your presentation and for your thoughts, for the impact you can feel and see. It's really important. And now I want to invite our invited speaker. I'm sorry for this delay, Sylvia Bivol, founder of Sustainable Development Solutions and Entrepreneurship Basics. She's also a trainer. Let me know if someone is from technical support, if Sylvia is with us. Sylvia Bivol.
She's not connected. She's not connected.
Because I saw her in the chat.
Oh, yes. It's just arrived.
So she's here, yes?
Yes.
Okay, Sylvia, the floor is yours. I'm sorry for this delay.
It's okay. I understand everything. It's a normal thing when conferences are online, so it's perfectly okay. Let me know if you see and the sound is good. Yeah, perfect. I would like to share my presentation. Just a minute. Can you see it?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you for my presentation. I would like to congratulate all the people who attend this conference, and of course to introduce myself a little bit, because firstly, I'm a startup enthusiast, a teacher, and a trainer, a coach, and a project manager at YEP Moldova. Today, what we're gonna do is to talk about a little bit more about what is a startup world and what means a startup ecosystem. Just let's go. Yeah. We know that a startup is a temporary organization designed to search for a repeatable and scalable business model. So what a startup has to do is to jump for the first stage when the startup is little to the stage where it can be scalable. The realistic part of this story is actually that 99% of startups fail, and the reasons can be different. it happens that some founders are not prepared to face working on a startup. In other cases, there is no product market fit. And of course, it happens when team gives up halfway. And it looks like this. However, what a founder should do to succeed? I have prepared for you some best practices inspired on the experience that had a lot of startups all around the world. And the first thing I would like to say to you is that all of us should start up to 21 years. And let's analyze some examples. For example, Steve Jobs, at only 14 years old, he was selling hacker program, which gave the opportunity to make calls all around the world. Or maybe Elon Musk, who at only 12 years old sold his own computer games, and at the age of 13, he and his friends opened a game room. Or maybe Richard Branson, who began selling music recording by mail at the age of 20. And of course, we can analyze the example of Bill Gates, who at 17 years old gave up on his studies and started his own business in the garage. Of course, it's only one thing that we should do, or we could do. The other one is to start with a big problem. What does it mean? We have to choose a problem to solve, that kind of problem that people would like or will be willing to pay money for the solution of this problem. Of course, another important thing is the design thinking and empathy. Every time we face one of our clients or maybe potential client, we have to listen to what he says to us, to put ourselves in his boots and try to understand the feelings of our client, because only this of understanding the real problem they have. But remember, everyone lies, and every realistic fact that our client would say to us is just an opportunity to try to research more and more and to find other realities. Of course, as a startupper, or when we try to found a business idea, we have to check the reality. Maybe some of you will ask the question, for what? And I'm going to tell you and show you for what, to avoid this kind of situation. Sometimes the founders also can fall in love with their ideas and just stop listening to what the market have to say to them. It happens when clients say that they want X, but the founders give to them Y. So let's try to be more objective and to listen more to our customers. And of course, agile, and make sense of your MVP, because we have to build our startup in that way that we can maximize our feedback, and of course to build the rest processes, listening to the feedback we have. For example, about MVPs. Let's say take, for example, Facebook. We know that this platform, Mark Zuckerberg originally created the application as a universal directory for students for Harvard students. And only after that, so the platform looks like that. The name was The Facebook, not Facebook like we used to know nowadays. And only after testing and seeing that students want to be part of this platform, he worked at this product. And we have nowadays the Facebook we used to use now. If Facebook is not reliable to you, now let's check maybe Airbnb. What Airbnb did is they brought a few air beds and quickly put up a site called Air Bed and Breakfast. The idea was to offer visitors a place to sleep and breakfast in the morning, and they charged for this per one person one night $80. Now the platform looks a little bit different, but the mission of them is the same: to give the opportunity to visitors to have a bed, a breakfast, and a cozy place to stay. Maybe Dropbox. Dropbox, before ever placing a working product in hands of the users, Dropbox created a landing page where they try to explain what the product will be look like and how it will be used by the users. And in a short period of time, they managed to capture 70,000 email address of potential clients. Only after that, they start working on their product. So the stage of MVP is very, very important. You don't have to wait when your product will be perfect. Just launch it and test it and make it perfect in time. Of course, I told about this problem when I started presenting, but a very important fact is to have the product market fit, because it will directly influence your sales, your company, and your emotion like a startupper. Do you remember the statistics I gave you at the beginning of presentation about that 99% of startups that fail? Well, they have the opportunity to increase by 30% the startups that succeed if they enter a startup accelerator. Actually, this is what we do here in Moldova with YEP Moldova. We help startups grow in our YEP Startup Accelerator. And since 2017, we managed to build a community over 4,000 experts and entrepreneurs, of young people, of startuppers. We managed to help more than 100 startups to develop their ideas. And of course, we gathered hundreds of events for young startuppers, for entrepreneurs, and for all our communities, just to help them change experience and get mentorship from each other. Well, no matter what we do, we should know that every day is the possibility to do something better than when we did the last day. So this is how it looks like a few of our moments in our pre-accelerator. As I said, our mission is to help startups do their best. And sometimes the emotions look like this. So no matter what we do, the real motivation for us is to think out of the box. And even if we have some fails, we should know that today is the whole day to do our fuck-ups. And from fuck-ups, we of course learn a lot. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to present. And I hope I helped you with some good practices.
Thank you, Sylvia. Your presentation was really great, and the words and the stories you said inspiring for the youth. And I think they will take into account all the facts you have mentioned about. Thank you. The next, we have got the break. It's written here just for 5 minutes. And then we will listen to the mentors. Okay, thank you, Sylvia.
Thanks.
Okay, can we start, or because I was checking the time?
Hello, Irina. We can't hear you. Please activate your microphone, please.
Okay, so I hope that you can hear me. So we have to continue now. Now we'll listen to the mentors from each country, from Ukraine, from Azerbaijan, and from Georgia. And I already see the familiar face. So the first will be Irina from Ukraine. Irina, I cannot hear you.
Hello, Irina. We can hear you. Please select your microphone on the platform settings. We can't hear you. Please go to the setting and select your microphone or use your headset.
Can you try with the headphones or other way, or maybe mobile?
I will change with Irina because we are in the same room, so she will be in my place, if it's okay. 1 second.
Okay, the floor is given to Irina from Ukraine, the mentor. Hello, hope you're fine.
Oh, hi, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Super.
Irina, just to remind you, we have got just 10 minutes for this part, so try to be in short.
Okay.
Maybe three minutes will be fine. Okay.
My name is Irina Lesnivska. I am a mentor in this project, and I'm very happy to see you everyone here today and understand that thanks to efforts of coordinators, partners, mentors, and participants, we have managed to achieve the best result of the project. One of the important points of the project was the implementation stage of mentoring support for young people. And that's why 21 people from Ukraine, Azerbaijan, Georgia participate in study visit in Italy and Poland. The goal of these trips for youth workers was to strengthen mentoring skills as well as gain knowledge, methods, and tools to support rural youth and young entrepreneurs. Thank you organization from Italy Formazione and from Poland Publica Fides for valuable European experience, examples and tools of business planning. Throughout 2 weeks, 1 week in Italy, 1 week in Poland, we work in groups to study new methods, non-formal education, and analyze different economic situation, SWOT analyze, problems redesign, and work with Canvas business models and other tools. Study visits were very important element of preparation for working with young peoples, because in Italy, all mentors, including me, presented topics for working with youngsters. And these topics were presented by mentoring in our country for youth. And in Vinnytsia region, Ukrainian mentors played their main role, because after the study visit, we prepared our trainings for young people and took part in 2 days capacity building activities. We work with youth, develop Canvas business models, and help young people gain new skills important for entrepreneurship. And new step for mentors work was club in youth entrepreneurs, because we prepared trainings of these clubs and help young people from rural areas to become active members of these clubs and improve their entrepreneurs' potential. And also in Ukraine, mentors create of a brochure with training materials. These training materials you can find in our website, and these training materials mentors use in our capacity building activity trainings. And within the framework of our topics, we provide young people with consultation and support for starting their own business and its development. And most importantly, most importantly, our mentoring team is happy to be useful for young people, help them realize their ideas, unleash their potential, and gain more practical skills in entrepreneurship and promote self-employment. And thank you for attention. And for me, I thank you all for good and nice emotion. It will be all cool. It was cool. Thanks.
Thank you, Irina. Thank you, Irina, for sharing your experience and all these emotions. Next will be Seymur from Azerbaijan. Hope I cannot see yet, Seymur. Hello, Seymur.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I had many technical problems today, and but fortunately I was able to join the meeting. I'm very happy to be here. I will just jump to the topic and talk a little bit about our journey, the long journey that we had in the last say more than 1 year, mixed with this COVID stuff and so on, with some kind of barriers. But I think we were able to overcome all this together as a team. As a mentor, I would say it was quite distinguished, and was very distinguished and happy to be part of this project, as it started, as was already previously mentioned by other mentors and coordinators, with our visits, kind of study visits, and mixed with the trainings on the capacity building. So it was quite useful to get into the topic, to have the skills, to be equipped, and afterwards come back to our communities and to transfer all this knowledge and the things that we learned in this visits. Online training that we had in the building workshop we had. It was quite useful. We had meetings with different people from Ganja city. As you know, in our city, it's quite diverse as we have 3 universities, 3 colleges, so it brings quite a lot of youngsters from all regions in Ganja. It was online for sure, as everywhere in the world, but it was quite useful. And I would say this business offline forum that we had in Ganja, that was quite successful thing. Actually, we were not sure that if we will be able to organize it or not because due to the COVID, but fortunately, as a team, we were able to manage to have it, a face-to-face meeting. And my role in that meeting was more on the capacity building workshops and specifically focusing on the business model canvas. During 2 days, we had this interactive meeting with youngsters mixed with these workshops and practical sessions, simulation games, and most importantly, we had several important guests as speakers to present their experience and how they achieved and what they did to become who they are right now. So it was kind of success stories. The last but not least was the bus tour that we had, and I was also part of that. It was quite effective because we were able and we were the youngsters were probably $7 to talk about this, so I will not go to the very much details, but it was quite useful. We had to visit successful businesses located in Ganja city, and I mean, from the survey and from the from the face expressions of the participants, we saw that they were quite happy with this process, and later on they also mentioned that. I think that's basically it. I will not talk more.
Okay. Thank you so much. Just in brief to say everything you intended to say.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next will be Besarian from Georgia, from Kutaisi.
The speaker is not connected.
Oh.
من شو انجليزي الخفون يا شلخ.
I will try again to. Can you continue or? Oh, hello, Bessa.
Hi. Hello, everyone. It's very nice to meet you again. First of all, I would like to thank you, all of you, which was this project was great opportunity for us to learn foreign experience, how to develop entrepreneurial mindset, and how to develop our modern, sustainable, and profitable agribusiness. Also, during this project, we had the opportunity to get to know great people, and we share our knowledge and experience for each other. This project give us a great opportunity, and we become more successful and confident to respond to new challenges and create new opportunities. During this project, we had many opportunities. More than half of the Georgian population lives in rural areas, and and at the same time, I was only one student of agribusiness in my city, and this project helped us to share our knowledge for young entrepreneurs. During this project, I became a winner with the project Georgian Cultural Road Program. And in the end of September, Kutaisi is a host city of the annual advisor forum of European Cultural Road Program. And I hope this project will be certified by European Union. And we are going to start a new crowdfunding campaign for this project. After the certification, we first integrated this road in the applications, and based on the farm to table concept, we started the project Georgian TNT houses, and finally with the project of Georgian Tea online platform, I became a winner of Startup Week, which was organized by Startup Grind and USAID, which is another important stage for development. Also, last year, we established association Caucasnut. It works with 700 farmers in Western Georgia who makes hazelnut plantations with organic and Woods Rainforest Alliance standards. Production capacity of the association is about 1,300 tons of hazelnuts, and about 500 tons will be bio-certified. Therefore, I would like to say once again how many opportunities agribusiness has with the help of technology, and how important it is for young entrepreneurs to share our knowledge and to create sustainable and modern agribusiness. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Beso, for sharing all the experience, and also I just follow your activities, what you have achieved after this project journey. It was really good for you. Next comes, we have got some feedback from the youth participant of the project. So we have got here some participants, the youth Andriy, yes, from Ukraine. I think that the technical group is trying to connect with the Andreas, the next. And if it's not possible with the Andrew, maybe if the technical group can. Oh, yes, we can see you. So, Andrew, can you just, we can see you and hear you. Hello? Okay. Hello. Can you just brief, in 3 minutes, just tell about your experience?
Okay, thank you. Hi, all. My name is Andrew Zachkowski, and I want to share my impression of participants in the Journey Plus project. For me, it was a new experience, the experience of creating an idea and discussing its implementation and living ability with other people. As an example of good memory, on the third day youth exchange, we created the idea of creating an internet platform for trade between Ukraine, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. That was developed in a few hours. I also thank our mentor for their support. The support got me to start to develop my application for Android according to my business idea. In general, the impressions are incredible, and I thank you for the opportunity to take part in the project. And thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you, Andriy. The next is Bogdana from Ukraine.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I just want to share my impression about the online course and about the youth exchange. So, what is the result of this course? It gave a good basic knowledge about the entrepreneurship, how we can do our business model canvas, how young entrepreneurs can use like these life hacks maybe in your own action, and how young entrepreneurs can attract investors, or which another financial channels we can use. Also, the course obtained universal knowledge such as branding, Facebook algorithm, key rules of the CMM. The universality of this knowledge, I think, it's that even without having your own business, you can use it in other areas of your life. So I think it was really useful. And now a little about the youth exchange. We traveled through Poland and sunny Italy, and it was very interesting to hear not only success stories from entrepreneurs, but also about the difficulties they faced and what the solutions they found. This experience gave the opportunity to learn from the mistake of others and maybe not repeat them in our future. And special impressions from working in groups, of course, because there was an opportunity to get acquainted with other participants, discuss our business ideas, and improve teamwork skills for a common results. I think this exchange has had a very positive effect on intercultural relations, helped to improve our business projects and broaden our horizons in general. And everything took place in very warm and friendly atmosphere. And I want to thank everyone who were involved in creating these projects, our mentors, all participants, entrepreneurs. Such projects really inspire. And for example, for me, it was one of the brightest events of this summer, and I hope that we will have new projects that will inspire and develop our youth in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. The next will be Sabine from Azerbaijan.
You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just try to be short.
Yeah, I will try to keep it short. So I'm representing my country, Azerbaijan. First of all, I want to thank you all. The reason that joined this youth exchange experience, it was that to how to build up my future business, because in the nowadays, in this centuries, it's very important to have your own business for standing on your feet in the future. So what I learned from these trainings, I learned that if you're going to have a business, you have to know to take the risks, to learn how to start from the zero. Even you have all the land and you have no support, you have to never give up. I want to thank all the businessmen who learned and teach us how to start. We know the fundamental important parts and the basics. So yeah, I think all of us already talk about all of the things, and I'm joining for their greetings. Thank you all, sending you much love and prosperity. Thank you.
Thanks, Sabina. And the last is Rusudan from Georgia.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to be part of this project. And I think all of the participants already said a lot of good things. And I would like to add something. What I really liked about this project, that atmosphere, because there were people who didn't know anything that we, for example, I was starting business in my future. So we were very free to ask any questions we wanted. It was a very friendly and fun activities that we had that helped us to see the future of our business ideas. So thank you very much for that. And the only sad thing was not to be able to see each other, to meet and see all those places in real life. But I hope that maybe next time we can do it, yeah, and travel and see all these amazing people in real life. Thank you very much. Thanks to the moderators and good luck.
Thank you, Rusudan. So the next we have got the Christine Phillips, the project officer. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, hello. I don't think you are able to see me, but my camera is on. Can you see me or not?
We can hear you.
Yes, you can only hear me, but it doesn't matter. Just small words, because I know that everybody is hungry, and also because my kids are coming home in few minutes. Then just few words, and I would like to share my screen if possible. I don't know if you can see my
not yet.
My PowerPoint.
If there is someone from technical support.
Yes, please click on the share screen button.
And where is it?
On the bottom of the page. Near the microphone and camera, there is the share screen button.
I don't have it. I'm sorry.
But are you using a laptop?
Yes. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I would like to thank you all for the presentation. I think you had a very, very, very good project. The words are very, very, very nice to each other. I remember that somebody talked about the atmosphere within the groups and about amazing people. Then I think this will be a very great success story for European Commission. And you all enjoy to be involved in this project, and you really did a great job together, joint with partners and with mentors. Just a few words about the selection 2020. We have selected around 112 projects under ACPALA Windows MED and the Western Balkan. Unfortunately, as you know, the European Commission has closed the Eastern Partnership window, but we hope that this will change in the future. Anyway, you can always be in contact with the SALTO and the national agency in Western Balkan, but this is not the case for the Eastern Partnership countries, but national agency also for ACPALA countries, and in this project, Italian and France. I would like also to raise your attention about the participant portal, because I have seen that the intervention of the partners and I don't know if it is the contact person, legal representative, or any other team members, but pay attention to update all the contacts details in the participant portal, because we are more and more using it, and especially for future application. And yes, I shared something on my presentation on my PowerPoint. It was the EAKEA European grants in case you want to apply for a future selection. Thank you all. Thank you, Ola, for being in contact with me during those 33 months. It was a great pleasure. Honestly, I have participated from more than 10 years to online meetings, to mission, and to face-to-face seminars and mobilities and other activities. But really, thank you, because you did a great job together. Thank you.
Thank you, Risto. It's all the teamwork. And,
Not crying, because you all crying. No, it's all it's all about pleasure and about great things. Then, no, very, very, very nice project.
Yeah, thank you. And we will contact with you soon, because there will be a reporting stage. So it's not the last meeting.
Of course, do not hesitate to contact me. You have my email. We can, in any case, we can plan another meeting for in order to prepare the final report. What is very important is to keep all the documents and to upload all the documents on the Erasmus Plus projects platform, because this would be very interesting for you, but also maybe for future partners and all the partners involved in the project, because all the dissemination products can be shared and can be found through this platform. And for the dissemination and for the impact of the project, this is a very, very nice thing. And sorry for not having prepared something before. I think, if I'm not wrong, I didn't receive the agenda, and this is why I was not aware about my intervention at the beginning. But anyway, I follow all your presentation, and thank you again.
Thank you, Risto. And now I guess we will finish. We have a small video. It's like for continuation of the videos Sevinch has shared with us. It will be this small video from the Ukrainian activities. It is here.
So please switch off your microphone during the video.
Federico or someone from the technical support. Because video is not working.